Yeah. Marks with mics. We back outside. Mr. 6'9" JT. El Cheech in the cut. Caribbean mommy with us. Yeah. You already knew what time it is. We ain't just talking, we stamping the coach. We spin the block like Santana, yeah, we back again. Two talking grabs, whole culture tap in. You in the presence of elegance. Ash with the glow, Marks with mics. Yeah, you already know we hurt people. Syndicate ties, all white fit, look righteous in the light. Storm coming, better brace for the wave. If you ain't with the movement, better stay in your lane. Mr. 6'9", I'm standing over the game. El Cheech got the vision, we don't move the same. Caribbean mommy, yeah, she bring the flame. We cover every angle, put respect on the name. Trick on the rise of Tony K, running plays. Storm like Jay, yeah, you feel that weight. Cargill pressure, yeah, the cartel strong. Overfemi first name, ruler all along. Go behind if you want, better get in tune. We coaching the culture, yeah, we set the room. Flips and kicks, young bucks with the motion. Rascal energy, high speed devotion. Bang, bang, Sosa flow. We don't never stall, Brown breaker spear. Yeah, we taking it all. Black heart like Leo, but we moving precise. This ain't no rush when you calculate it nice. Gold dust shimmer, yeah, we glow when we step. Chin up, watch the shoe, better move correct. 2013 salmon jacket, world strong flex. It's that talk, heavy presence you ain't seen yet. Acknowledge us now, OTC in command. Hands up, hands down, yeah, we leading the land. Let me talk to you, that's stamp official. Stone cold when we hit a rock bottom. Break the wall down when we spot them. Got it locked up like the figure 4 leg twist. Styling and profiling every time the click hit. Nah, we ain't no pygmies. Talk nice before I put a blicky. I mean the 450. We on that ass. Pause. I don't know if they told you. Nah, we ain't local, motherfucker, we global. From Cleveland corners to arenas overseas. Marks with mics, pressure, bring the culture to his knees. Talk heavy, walk deadly, every move intentional. Podcast champs, this presence continental. Glass shatter energy, every time we arrive. Middle fingers to the doubters, yeah, the movement alive. Mic check, 1, 2, culture locked in tight. Marks with mics worldwide, now dim the light. We spin the block like Santana, yeah, we back again. Two talking grabs, whole culture tap in. You in the presence of elegance. Ash with the glow, Mark with mics. Yeah, you already know we hurt people. Syndicate ties, all white fit, look righteous in the light. Storm coming, better brace for the wave. If you ain't with the movement, better stay in your lane.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know this by the sound of my voice. That's right. Mr. 6'9" JT back in this piece once again. And I actually did come along today. So I do have the co-host Cheech right now feeling underneath a little bit of the weather. So he taking the night off. JoJo not feeling too well either. She taking the night off. But I didn't come along. Before I get there though, make sure y'all doing a few things. Make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff, you know, right here on the YouTube. Of course, all across your social medias, Twitter, now known as X, the Book of Faces. Also find us on the Tick of the Talks. And, of course, find us on IG. Find us everywhere there's a social media app. Don't mean we always going to be active, but if you let me know you sent something, I will check it. But with that, I did not come alone. I actually have a few people that may be stopping by. First person stopping by real quick for a brief appearance on this 149th episode of doing this podcasting thing since, you know, he's a podcaster. Also a former professional wrestler, independent wrestler as well on the indie scenes. I have an interview dropping with him pretty soon. But ladies and gentlemen, from Wrestling Spotlight, we got Sonny Kane in the building. What's going on, Sonny Kane?
How you doing, man? It's great to be here.
Good to have you, man. Definitely good to have you inside the building. long time coming. We've been trying to do this for months, but of course, like the people know, we took a while, took off, came back, got pretty heavy pretty fast. But now that we are back, it's a lot to talk about. Go ahead and tell the people where they can follow you at, Sonny, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and tell the people where they can follow you.
Oh, they can follow me at The Sonny Kane on X. They can follow me at The Sonny Kane on Instagram. They can follow me at Dennis Ray Kane on Facebook. All my social medias are verified. And I can also be seen on Wrestling Spotlight Weekly and Wrestling Pedigree Weekly. This is my 5th podcast of the month. Going to be doing 5 different podcasts every month. Going to be on there about 13 times a month. So I'll be everywhere pretty soon.
Yeah, man, you're everywhere but the electric chair. But speaking of, man, shout out to the people in the chat already here that have been waiting. Sorry about the late start. I am currently holding up my boom arm mic. That literally broke before we went live. So there you have it. I mean, at least the sound sounds crisp. But other than the sound sounding crisp, it's going to get annoying after a few. So don't be surprised if I just grab the mic balls and start holding. Mike's cutting out a little bit. How about now?
A hair bit, yes, sir, brother. I'm getting it in bits. That's why I said do what while they go. I thought it was me, but it's not. It's the mic.
Yeah, it's definitely the mic. It's definitely. That's better?
That's better.
That sound better? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So sorry about that. Okay. So with that being said, it's a lot of things that did happen since last week inside the wrestling world. A lot of news, a lot of moving parts. Dark Side of the Ring completed its 3-part series on TNA and Jeff Jarrett, and that was something. Did you catch that? So what were your thoughts after watching all 3 parts of Dark Side of the Ring?
I think it's a good spin. I like it. It's in depth. It's not as in depth, I don't think, as my book is going to be. I'm going to write a tell-all book called I Turned Him Down at 24. When I turned down the WWF at a bad offer they made me, which is kind of a Dark Side of the Ring thing. I didn't know it at the time, JT, but I said what to him, and that was the kickoff of the what era, the attitude era. So, but I think for television, it's a very truthful show about what goes on. The fans think it's all one thing, and it's not. It's a host of things. People put their entire lives into doing the art. And sometimes things go wrong when they do that. And I think it shows a little bit of that and a little bit of the disappointments in it that how it happens to people along the way.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I thought just looking at it, I did not know, damn, like, I didn't know Dixie was ruthless like that. Dixie really came in and got the company and basically told Jeff, listen, good job so far, but I'm the captain now, and took the company over. One thing I can say that I did like about it is Jeff Hardy always been a real one. He ain't never shied away from everything that happened during that time in TNA, especially the match Victory Road. He's never shied away from it. He's what you would call accountable. Like, he didn't dodge it. It was kind of sad. And I don't want to say sad, but I wanted to see Dixie's take on it because she was definitely, I don't want to use the term buried.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to use the term buried. But I will say that they were dropping on her like bird shit from the sky. Hey,
yeah,
everybody got it. But hold on one second. Speaking of the shiznit, I gotta give a shout out real quick. Got another homie pulling up real quick from Sports for You Wrestling World podcast, who came off the air. Literally came all the way
AJ,
back.
you're breaking up a little bit, sir. Still.
Yeah, he literally just came off the air. I have coming to the show. I have the OTC himself. I got Trell in the house, and he didn't come along. I also have Yanessa Sting coming in as well. So shout out to Trail. Let the people know.
Sir,
Hello, sir. What's cooking?
what's going on, Sonny? Damn, you kicked Sonny out. That's crazy.
Dude, this is my 149th show. I've been doing a few of these. I'm going to leave y'all here in a few minutes, I think, to go do my 150th show, and then I'm coming back to wrap it up with y'all. So, sorry, got double booked.
Mhm. I know the feeling.
Always good to have double bookings there. But Dark Side of the Ring, first 3 episodes, classic bangers. Trail, I'm pretty sure you did catch it, and I know there's a little bit of discourse about it last night. What were your thoughts on the final episode?
I actually haven't had a chance to catch Dark Side of the Ring, but I watched TNA. I watched TNA heavily during that time, so nothing shocked me about Dixie Carter and how she took over TNA from Jeff Jarrett and pretty much made it a shit show. For the point that bringing in Hulk Hogan to try to combat Bret Hart's return to Monday Night Raw, that was a failed attempt. And taking away the beloved 6-sided ring, I enjoyed that 6-sided ring. So for her to have, yeah, it was different. It was like a breath of fresh air in wrestling. And she had no knowledge of wrestling at all, and she admitted to not having knowledge of wrestling. And for her to,
what's up, Ariel?
If people think TKO is bad, they should go back and watch how Dixie Carter did TNA.
Yeah, that was so different. Ariel says, "Where my dog? Where my dog? Where my dog's at? It's 12 o'clock. Where my homies at? Mrs. Ari in the house. That's where it's at. You heard? Shout out to Yanessa. So, welcome back to the show. Glad to have you. So, definitely got to talk about everything that's popping. Did you catch Dark Side of the Ring yet?
I just watched the first episode because I just getting sick a little bit, for the bacteria coming around in the food and stuff. So I didn't have a chance to watch the last 2 episodes, but I soon as I can and get a little bit less busier. So I'm gonna get watch and paying attention for the last 2 episodes. But I'm glad to you guys touched that part for about Dixie Carter, getting charged for the TNA. I mean, like, what? How could you be disrespect, for about her? I mean, get the company running on the during her years and you know in the company. So I mean, it's not a surprise for me, like at the way they're talking about her. So.
Yeah, I was pretty much, I was floored by some of it. Awesome Kong has to be like the best person that they did have on there. just her talking about it, like I felt her. It was like, managers at McDonald's make more than what I'm making.
It's meaning it's like example, me and you gonna have the wrestling company in the society between us. So that's the way that it's part. This is my ideas. How can get it is the booking like this, but you the owner, you make it the decisions. So and I'm not gonna do something like without a consultation or get the meeting with my team. How we gonna get the level the company or the next project, like things like that. I mean, like, I feel it's feel like a betrayed. It's a betrayed.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not a surprise for about why they're at the way they're talking about her. They want, eventually, for me, she's still the perception about the TNA, steal all of it from out of the hands of the Jeff Jarrett. So
Oh yeah, that she did. It was nasty work, very nasty
hmm
work. And she was moving.
obviously.
She was
Get the
moving
example.
really.
The perfect example right now is WWC, Carlos Colon Company. They're in it together in association with Victor Jovica, but Victor doesn't have any experience how they manage the social media right now. So
Mm,
everything that WWC dare do, Victor doesn't even know. And you can watch it, the interview with that we made with one of the best wrestlers, legends on the Puerto Rico, El Bronco Numero Uno. So Bronco make the booker at when the company was worse and they have the exodus to the wrestlers or the Sabio Vegas company. And Bronco take that booker with less and the less money, you know. And he's make oof, he's play with the balls and the crackers when the Sabio Vegas company, you know, that's the way they feels. And I'm pretty sure any ideas with maybe the team of WWC that want to expose on the team on the table, not it's
mm.
I'm a pretty sure not consulting with Victor Jovica, because the Victor Jovica make
Not
the
at
money
all.
with the cantina.
That's not the. That's not the way that
hmm
those type of things move.
it's gonna be
Um,
like that, like this, the way it feels. Like, I'm gonna take my project, but I'm gonna put it in the TNA. I'm not gonna consulting you because I have my percent on the company. No, it's not gonna work like that. I have my percent, you have your percent, and everybody has the percent. So has the team, has the society in coming together, get the meeting. This is my ideas, what we can do next. Yeah, and that's the way Dixie betrayed Jeff Jarrett and take the company on her hands. So it's stealing.
oh yeah, she definitely stole that. I mean, snatched it right up underneath him. Sick and
Mm-hmm.
about stealing. A lot of things also popped off this week.
Yeah.
Something that stole the headlines was something that's not our business. So it was revealed, that Mia Yim, Meechin, whatever you want to call her, and Keith Lee no longer together. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't mention Jay Uso shit last week. We're not gonna mention Meechin and Keith Lee this week. I'm gonna tell you why. Because what they eat don't make me shit. Okay? That's their
Obviously.
personal relationship.
Yeah.
Um,
Of course.
Mr. Kane, how do you feel about the IWC deep inside the business of everyone's relationship?
I don't know. I think whenever you say words like everyone is and things like that, it puts everybody in the barrel. And
Well, not literally, but you get what I'm saying.
and right, and it's kind of one sided, but it's a position, and we're still in positions like that today in wrestling where people have their opinions, and some holds more weight naturally than others, and I think it should be better done than it is currently. I put it that way. Um, I'm training a guy who wears a mask, and he may not like certain things that going on with it, but he's been in it for about a year and a half now, and I tell him, just chin up and keep doing your thing. So I think they bring great talent to the sport. So
okay. Trell, what do you think about the IWC inside of people's personal relationships and being concerned about them?
I would be like, concern yourself with something that pays you, something that benefits you. Instead of searching for their personal life, they should be searching for a job, or searching for something else to do in society. Why you worry about if Keith Lee and Meechin are still together? If you haven't seen Keith Lee on TV, I mean, why are you searching their personal life to see if he's still around? I mean, what if she didn't want to come out and publicly say that they're divorced? So we don't even know how long they've been divorced, so they could have had this a secret for months or a year, and all it took was someone to just be private into their personal lives to the point that she had to correct somebody. So there's one thing to be wondering if they're coming back from injury. It's one thing to know if they're getting re-signed somewhere, stuff like that. But when you dip into something behind closed doors that has nothing to do with you, I think that's a line that's crossed. That mind your business. That's the theme of yesterday's episode. Just mind your fucking business. Like
exactly.
Her marital status is none of yours. It's not like you don't have a shot to get with her anyway. So why do you care?
Yep.
True.
Yanessa, your thoughts on it, Yanessa?
Well, I'm totally agree with the OTC. So who cares? That's their personal life. So
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, their personal life ain't putting no money inside my pockets, right?
exactly.
Their personal life doesn't drive me to go to work, clock in, clock out. It doesn't make me cook spaghetti different or choose hot water cornbread over just regular cornbread. Like, it doesn't make me choose anything different. It's not the Pepsi challenge. I am not going to lose my breath or a day of sleep if these wrestlers are divorced, married, split up, dating, threesomes, menage a trois, single, celibate. None of that matters to me. Can you grab inside the ring? Or do you grab my attention?
Performance. So I don't care about the personal stuff.
Yes, I totally agree.
I mean, if you was paying me $1,000 to be a private eye, then that's a different story.
Yeah, that's different. I can easily feel it.
You know what I'm saying? It pushes like 8 minutes. But other than that, nah. I don't care.
I could be like the guy from the Billie Jean video that was following around Michael Jackson. Like, I could do that for you. That's no problem if you pay me. But other than that,
we'll never know the truth about Michael Jackson. I don't think so.
No.
Whether he had good intentions or bad, I don't think we'll ever know the real truth to it.
Yeah. But also to follow up from that, you didn't mention it. Keith, they said the word out on the street, Keith Lee is done, retired. That's according to Brian Alvarez and, of course, so believe what you want to believe with a grain of salt. I'm not going to hang on to it until I see it come out of Keith Lee's mouth, pause, or I see a post that says, hey, I'm done. There's still hope because I still want to see another Keith Lee match.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sad situation with his career, man, because NXT was the beginning of the way I've been saying it for the past couple of days, where Obafemi is now, is where Keith Lee should have been. Like, he was the guy that they was pushing while he was in NXT. He was on the main roster, having battles with Roman Reigns in Survivor Series, went to Royal Rumble, had battles with Brock Lesnar in the Royal Rumble, and then he got that call up, and Vince just. And when you get buried by Vince career-wise, that's hard to come back from.
Yeah.
And I thought AEW was on their way of, reviving that old Keith Lee. But then he started getting injured and he had health issues and stuff like that. So that derailed any and every possible career he would have had. So I'm with you, JT. Until this man says something, I don't believe he's fully retired.
Yeah, I mean, what if he shows up like Dean Porter on Mighty Ducks 3? He just pops up in the locker room. Right. He pops up one day. Like, I would love that, like a surprise situation. But
yeah,
you know, one can hope. Moving on to the next thing. Listen, it's a busy week. It's going to be a bit even busier week in September. Did you all see the news that not only is All Out happening in Chicago at the Now Arena, but WWE decided to put on a Worlds Collide on the same damn day in the same damn city with the arena not too far away from that. So this is literally like I'm trying to piss in your backyard. Like if you are reminiscing, remember when WCW and WWF at the time on a Monday, they were in Virginia and DX drove down to the arena where WCW was at? What if we get something like that? We get something.
I don't know if that'll pass this in this day and age, but it would be dope. You know, you send somebody from a few people from AAA down there to knock on the door of Tony Khan. But I think, what if Tony Khan be the one to open the door this time? You're gonna have a legal action on you.
It's gonna happen the same thing in the Puerto Rico. This weekend they're gonna have a WWC Summer Madness. EWA has the Summer Bash. I think Savio Vega's company gonna have a event. I mean, like more than 6 indies have an event next Saturday, including Ground Zero Wrestling. So it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's getting ready to get crazy. Sunny, I'm pretty sure you remember those days of the invasion.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this is something that we can see in modern day time?
Mm-hmm.
One more time, sir. I'm sorry. Your mic cuts out a little bit at the end. I apologize.
Yeah, so
I'm nervous and it's his mic. So.
Do you think this is something we can see in modern day time with AEW and WWE being on the same day on a Saturday in Chicago, same city? Do you see a situation like that where they pull up to the arena?
They want to compete.
Who's going? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They want to compete with the audience. That's simple. Who's gonna catch the more audience? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Sonny, you?
I was. Go ahead, son.
You think so?
No, but I mean, I think when it comes to going head to head with AEW, they need to start doing it with the main roster because every time they use NXT or AAA to try to combat AEW, usually AEW puts on better shows. So if they're gonna do something like that, they should consider at least doing the main roster. Because then now it's gonna be like, oh, who am I gonna pay attention to the most? That's what I think or think.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. Sonny, your thoughts?
I don't think it was ever. I've had the privilege of answering this question on every show so far, but I don't think it was ever Tony Khan's original intent to go neck and neck with WWE. I think he had an idea. I think he got together with talent. I think he was able to make some investments, and it's paying off for him bigger than he thought it would. And it appears to be WWE who is pitting the two together, not so much Tony Khan, and I can respect that. So, but for a group as big as WWE, the big dog on the block, to go after Tony Khan the way they are by running shows on the same day really sucks. And what I'm hoping as a wrestler who came up with no place to go, and now suddenly the wrestler workers have places to go. I hope they don't drown each other out like they appear to be doing, because it robs us, the fans, at this point, of being able to tune in and see the actual matches that they are putting on, because we're having to literally choose which one to watch versus I want to watch this and then I want to watch y'all, or vice versa. And I think it's kind of a suck call that WWE would have a show on the same night as AEW, time in and time out, because eventually that's going to crumble one or the other. And I have heard from reliable sources that the pay grade is about the same in AEW now as it is in WWE. So wrestlers don't have to retire in WWE the way they did back in my day. In my day, the WWF was the retirement place. I mean, you wanted to retire there and get the big money. So I hope they could realize that they have a gold mine here if they don't suck each other dry, per se.
You know what? That was actually a very good analogy.
Thank you. I was trying.
I'm pretty sure this is going to get clipped, and that's going to be a clip right there. That's
cool.
Yeah, I think that's a situation that could happen. But more wrestling, but at the same time, it makes people have to choose which way am I going? Should I stay or should I go? So I kind of like it. And at the same time, running in the same city, yeah. Now you're really going to see who's your soldiers, who's really with you. But
it's crazy.
But moving on from there, let's go ahead and get right into it. We're not going to focus too much on the rumors and news this week because it's a lot popping. I'll tell you what else is popping. Santana. Not Jewels. Mike Santana went ahead and dropped the video today. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, yesterday he dropped the video, not today, Wednesday, and it's hyping up wherever he's going to go next. Some people speculated he was going to go to AEW. That would have been cool. Either way it goes, wherever Mike goes, I'm happy for Mike because Mike has to make the best decision for him and his family, him and his daughter. So if he ends up in AEW, WWE, wherever he wants to go, support that. Don't be a loyalist to the company. Be loyal to the actual the artist, the person that's putting their body out. I'm happy. But my question to all three of you, and I'll start off with Sonny because I know he has to go.
At 9:45 now, I was told on text. I got a couple more minutes.
I'll start with you. Do you think Sonny debuts on Saturday at Saturday Night's Main Event, or do you think he debuts during the summer before the summer ends, or he debuts elsewhere in a different company?
Well, I've heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard he has a 90-day clause in his contract that says he has to wait out before he could join anybody, and upon his release. And that is an old school type clause. So I'm a little surprised to hear it still may be in the initial contract. But I think it's great because I actually caught an interview that I wanted to see on Humble Roses with Dallas Cash, where they interviewed Mike Santana, and Mike's a great guy. He's really been down the road and around the block, and he hasn't forgotten his roots. So I think it's great that at this point in his career, anywhere he goes, he'll probably be Mike Santana regardless, and continue to build upon his name. And we'll just have to wait and see how his contract pans out as to where he appears and when he appears. If we are then to summer, then I guess we'll know that the 60 to 90-day rule is still in effect for reappearing once they leave a league or an organization, which is the way it was back in my day. You couldn't reappear after so many days of leaving the major company. So,
okay, great answer. Like your take on it. Let's go ahead to your Nessa.
Well, whatever he choose right now after the expiration of his contract on TNA, I will still support him. I don't mind if he goes on the AW WWE. I still gonna support him, cause he's a superstar. He did what he did on TNA. If his thing, um, if he thinks like is TNA over for him, okay, go to the next chapter. I will still support him. I
Go
mean,
to the
like,
next level. Right.
if he go to the WWE, I have this conversation with some fans. Oh, he shouldn't go to the he's supposed to be go to the NXT. No, Mike Santana is already to debut to the main roster. I would love, if it was me, I would love to put him in the Triple A. To me, is more connection with this Latino community, and I think they can gonna have a great stories with him. Even by the way, with the Damian Priest, with Ricky Banderas, Mecha Wolf. It wasn't if he was going on the Triple H. So it was just me. But whatever he choose on his career, I still support him. He's a great wrestler. He's a superstar. So I don't mind to see him in any other companies to get made his debut.
And OTC, what you got?
Ooh, he's one of the hottest free agents right now.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when WWE grabs people from TNA, Joe Hendry, Jordan Grace, they send them to NXT first to get them acclimated to how they do
JT, Miss OT,
everything,
I'm
like
tagging
from
out. I'm going to tag back in a few minutes.
Okay,
Sorry, guys. I'll rejoin in a little bit.
no problem. So where the camera is, where the hard camera, where they look at it, stuff like that. So I think, he could be ready for the main roster run, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna put him in NXT. But if you want to get like a little teaser, showcase him a little bit, he's from New York. He's the pride of New York. Have him show up at Saturday Night's main event in some form of capacity. Whether he gets involved in like a Danhausen match, because his match is a street fight, and Danhausen said he had a friend from New York. That fits Mike Santana perfectly. Have him in the crowd if he can't compete yet. Just have him show up sitting in the front row like they usually do when they bring people in.
Yeah.
Because nowadays WWE tribalism, they don't watch TNA.
They don't watch all the other stuff.
They don't watch TNA unless there's a crossover on NXT. So they don't want to have him just show up and he don't get a pop. So tease a little bit, throw him in Saturday Night's main event, have the New York crowd at Madison Square Garden go crazy. Because if I'm Mike Santana, I've been to AEW, I've done TNA. They never perform at the Garden.
He did what he did in the TNA. Yeah. He's complete his career as the TNA champion. I mean, he did everything in TNA, so I don't think he's because people ask me, oh, he gonna renew. I don't think so, because he's ready for more. So yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, and WWE does more overseas than AEW and TNA. There's been time they went to Puerto Rico a few years ago. You don't think he wants to travel back to Puerto Rico as part of a big major company and perform in front of his people? Like, listen, that's WWE is the next step if you started somewhere else and now you're here instead of starting at WWE first. So I was thinking of Saturday Night's main event because it's the Mecca. Anything and everything happens in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm with that. Let's read the comments. Get your podcast. Says, what's good, my homie? What's good, Just Man? Always pulling up, man. Support area. Been talking. Also, for the whole story about the tribalism or some kind of type shit, it seems that they have been doing this for fun or something like that. How could we be so heartless at this point, though? I feel that John said that. I forgot he said that. It is true. And Just says, where Mike
goes, stock is up.
where Mike goes, the stock is up. I'm sorry. This computer is kicking my ass. I can read, motherfucker. I can read.
Oh my god.
At least now. Well, they used to hate me in elementary. Did y'all ever used to have to read as a class, like you open the book, the first person read, and the person they keep going and going, right? So for me, my class, I had a real bad stutter as a kid. For y'all who don't know that, but every time they would call my name, like the teacher would be like, all right, JT, it's your turn to read. Like you hear the kids in the background, like, oh god. Oh, we're gonna be here forever.
Man, not JT again, man. He always gets to read.
All right.
Oh wow.
Like it's like that was elementary, but look at this. Great testament. So wherever Mike goes, the stock should go up. Just as that's my guy, Trail was popping. Make sure y'all sharing that link. Go ahead and pop that inside your stories, pop it on your X, pop it up everywhere. Take the link from YouTube, go ahead and post it. Let's get right into it. We talked about Saturday night's main event. So Saturday night's main event is going to be a nice one. The reason why I say it's going to be nice, because I said it, goddammit. No, it's gonna be nice, because we're in New York. It's the Garden. It's the Mecca. We're in the home of the NBA champions. Knicks. We got Fanatics Fest going on right now as well. So it's a lot of things popping. Now, whether or not they sold that out or not, that's on them. But I will say this. Let's get right into it. No, we're not talking about SmackDown. We're talking about Saturday night's main event. That's what we're talking about. So, a lot of matches, not a lot of matches. I should say a lot of matches I don't too much care about. But let's start at the bottom. I'm not sure how they're gonna do this, but Scream Mode is the name they're going with for this tag team. Scream Mode. After weeks, we got a name for it. That's the wackest shit I ever heard. Let's go ahead and put that out there. So Paige and Brie Bella are going up against Fatal Influence.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go for
I'm
this.
sorry. I hate the Paige and Brie Bella. Makes me sick of it on those titles. But this is sorry to say that opinion. They want to extend that story until Nikki come back and betrayal Paige. I love Fatal Influence. I love how they works in the main roster, especially Jesse James. So I mean, like, unfortunately, they're not gonna win. I would love let her win, but it's gonna be they're gonna retain. I hope there's this story gonna be end as soon as possible because I hate them to see them with the stupid belts.
Damn, hate? That's hate.
Yeah. I hate Brie and Paige with those motherfucking belts.
In all caps, HATE, English spelling hate. Like
But this is the one that they're gonna extend this story until Nikki come back to betrayal Paige. So
okay, Trail, your thoughts on it, brother?
Oh man, I'm feeling what she's saying. Listen, first of all, I still never forgave WWE for even announcing that Paige was signed before she even made her return. I'm never really gonna live that down. She should have came back by herself. She didn't need to be in that tag team with Brie. They should have just forfeited their spot. Give it to the Kabuki Warriors. He's gonna wind up getting rid of Kairi Sane anyway. That would have been her send off. I have Fatal Influence actually taking the titles because the NXT call-ups lately have found success within 6 months of being called up. So why not continue that trend? Have them win, have Bree and Paige get their rematch, and then that's where Nikki and Bree turn on Paige and finally ending this tag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At this point, me seeing Paige and Brie Bella together, I mean, don't get me wrong, happy for Paige to be back, but this tag team ain't it, dog. Like every time they come out with the entrance and, you hear Brie mold and then you hear Paige move it together and then they walk down together. It just looks awkward. It looks awkward.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like a little person with like it's very awkward. It's very. I don't hate it, but it kind of like makes my stomach turn. And every time I see it, I'm kind of like,
oh my.
It's cringe. It's hella cringe. You can't get any cringier than that.
Oh hell!
Like they don't move together. They don't sing together. They if anything they botch together. But they don't. They never matched well. Even back in the day, they were never together. So why start now? I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
Man, that don't make no sense. That's like having fucking macaroni and cheese with raisins in it, or potato salad with raisins. They don't make no sense. It's like unnecessary.
That's
but let's get to the winners. Let's get these predictions. I'll go ahead and start off, and then I'll let y'all get y'all picks. I got Fatal Influence. I really hope they're the one to take it.
Yep.
I think Nikki Bella is healed, and I think Nikki Bella shows up in Madison Square Garden, and I think Nikki Bella causes them the tag team championship.
Yeah.
Or Paige gets pinned and Nikki Bella comes back and they jump Paige together. I don't know. So is it a unanimous decision? We all going with Fatal Influence?
Mm-hmm.
Praise God. Let's go on to the next one. next match that we got. Let's talk about it, man. We got we spoke about it. Danhausen and JD McDonald on a one street fight. You mentioned a friend in New York. So let's go ahead and get these predictions real quick. What happens? Who wins? I'll start off with you. Ladies first. Go ahead.
Well, this match is made for the demographic, for the content creators and kids. I mean, like, it's obviously. I think I'm going with the Danhausen. So.
Hey, Big Trail.
Yeah, Danhausen all the way. If it's not Big Cass, it's gonna be Santana, or maybe somebody else. Who knows? That's from New York. Maybe it'd be Jalen Brunson. He's gonna be all over the place at Madison Square Garden, for all I know. But Danhausen's definitely getting the win. His undefeated streak will continue.
Yeah, totally agree. You're mute.
Okay, how you know?
I know them very well.
Okay.
I'm not going to keep saying it, but I am going to keep saying
I just know.
Andrade, we need some residuals. Okay, before you made this a T-shirt, this has been the clip for like almost two and a half years on the show. I'm just saying, we need something. I don't even want. Just give me a single-digit percent.
Yeah.
1% or 0.8%. I need something off them T-shirts, bro. But okay, I'm actually going to go with you all too. Danhausen is going to win this match due to somebody debuting, somebody showing up who's from New York. So whether that's Kaz, which he's supposed to be debuting, what was it, August 3rd? Mm-hmm. So they say. Or maybe it's Enzo, who knows? In my heart of hearts, I hope it's Mike Santana because I want that moment. I
Mm-hmm.
really do. But
It's gonna
I
be
just
his big momentum, and it was happening with Mike Santana. I mean, all New York on the Madison Square Garden and gonna get blasted Saturday. Yeah,
oh yeah.
perfectly.
He can still debut in NXT's Heatwave, but to
Mm.
just for that wow factor, have him show up in New York.
Yeah, of
Hold on one
course.
second. We got Miss JoJo inside the comments. Mrs. JoJo, hope you feeling better.
Tell
Caribbean
him
mommy.
something, Joe.
Yeah, tell him son Joe. If not MSG, it will be a heat wave for Santana because also Triple A will be in the house. That's kind of what you were saying earlier, Janessa. Like it would be good for him to go to Triple A. So I like that. Let me see. It says Janessa is singing music to Nessa's ears with her opinions. Also have somehow deeply in my heart of hearts. I kind of feel bad for him because it totally sucks. I got that part. We got a oh well damn inside the comment from the homie John. We also have oh I wasn't expecting to see you on the video. Well you been my and y'all Latinas really hate them twins, huh? Like
I don't hate them, first of all, but
you
it's
said
they're just stuck in the in 2008. We are in the 2026. Has simple.
and, and,
Sorry,
and
I mean like
and
tell
also
the
they're
truth, tell the
Latina,
truth.
and also they're Latinas
what?
by convenience. But that's what I heard. Latinas
Mm.
by convenience, like they're Mexicans one day and then the next they're not. Don't quote me. Ask Nessa. She can't stand them too.
Yeah, we don't know what they are. Sometimes they're Mexican, sometimes they're Italian. Uh, we don't know what the Bellas are. All we know is that they are twins and they did twin magic. But yeah, I kind of
Mm-hmm.
need that to wrap up. But let's go ahead and go to the next one real quick. Next match on side the card. Go ahead and move that thing on up like that. There, we got
There you
Bayley
go.
versus Bird Lady, Two Wings, Lyra Valkyria, Evil Lyra, Dirty Lyra, Homeless looking Lyra, Nikki Cross looking Lyra Valkyria. So obviously, this is not going to be the end all to be all. I think this is going to continue to go. So real quick, let's go ahead and get those predictions. Go ahead, Trail. Who you got?
Um, I got Lyra. They had Lyra's, looking like she just took the walk of shame from a university campus on a Friday night. So she walking in Sunday like don't ask questions. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was easy for people to think that it would be Bayley to turn heel because she had the schizophrenic personality that they somehow disappeared from that they dropped. But I was the only one that was like, I can see Lyra doing this because she needs it more than anything because she needs another upgrade in her character development. I mean, she found her edge in the Becky Lynch feud. Now having this whole metamorphosis and changing of the guards, so to speak, I think it's going to take her to more heights that WWE's trying to get her at. Because clearly, WWE sees a future in her as one of the top women in that division. Otherwise, they would have had her in catering by now.
Absolutely.
So I got Lyra.
Yeah, Lyra. Okay. Zinga.
Well, let's go in a little back, July 25th, 2025. At the post-show match, it was Lyra Valkyria with Bayley. And I remember when the fight is almost started, Bayley take the microphone and she said, "For your fault, I'm out of the SummerSlam."
Mhm.
Cause Becky Lynch wins Lyra's title. So that I think that story is development for the little behind since in the last year. So I'll take Lyra. Lyra needs to win
All right.
because Bayley did everything in WWE. So she's a Grand Slam. I think that she's gonna elevate Lyra to to go to the next level. Even by the way, to maybe in the future to go to the World Heavyweight Women's Championship.
Agreed.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Great, great, great opinion on that one. So Yesenia and Trail are all going Lyra. I am going to go with Lyra as well. It's time. And the one thing she need to really do to really hit that next notch, get rid of them goddamn wings. Get rid of them.
I think she alluded to that. She was like, and then she went like this, like, no more. So maybe she did.
Take these broken wings.
But I think that even by the way, if she's gonna now she's a heel, maybe she's gonna have a new music team in costume. Has the heel right now. But please do not put her on the try to get to transform her like Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross is Nikki Cross. Lyra is Lyra.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for saying it. Someone said it before I did. Thank you. Please don't do that to that girl, because if that's the case, you could have just kept Nikki. That's Nikki to the core. That's who she looked like on Monday. For a second, I'm like, Nikki? Nah, that ain't Nikki.
And I told them on my last episode with the Royal Wrestling podcast with the guys. So it's that they want to try to get them back Nikki Cross. It's not make sense.
The last thing you want is for her to be called Timu Nikki. That's already enough disrespect with everybody else being called Timu. So you don't want her to be called Timu Nikki Cross.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that. Hey, good brothers over there. Shout out to the good brothers over there. You bring the collard greens and the mac and cheese to the cookout. You goddamn right. I'm going to bring it because I can cook. I really cook in this kitchen. I really do. Like, I ain't just big, just be big. Like, you got people that are big, but they can't cook. No, I'm big and I can cook. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be big for nothing. But I'm definitely bringing that out to the cookout, man. Speaking of cookouts, we about to cook this thing up because we about ready to move on for Saturday Night's Main Event. We have a few more matches to go ahead and talk about, and then we get into some AEW, some TNA, that type of thing. But shout out to Sports and Entertainment Podcast out here. Make sure y'all are subscribed to them. Make sure you're subscribed to Sports for You as well, Sports for You Wrestling. Make sure you are assigned to Royal. You said Royal Rumble Podcast, not Royal Rumble. I don't know why I said Royal Rumble, but make sure y'all subscribing. Let's see. John said Danhausen is the king of New York, or it could be Carl Anthony Towns. So that'd be dope. Trail inside the comments, multitasking. I'm about to read it. It could be. Let's see. Sticky Verse Gamer says she's not lying though, and he also said yeah. He also says they are Latino like Tyrus is black. Hey yo. And if you don't know who Tyrus is, Brodus Clay. That is who he is referring to when he says Tyrus.
Oh man, I keep forgetting he's black.
I still don't believe it. I don't. All right. It says, I wonder if they are about to have Bayley face her 2 different times using different bait. We here.
That could be it.
We here. Listen, you and I, we here on that, bro. You know how long I've been screaming to have the wacky inflatable two-man comeback? I've been waiting for them to come back for at least the last year. I need Bayley to get that hair, swoop it over in that ponytail, let it hang down to the side, That's the Bayley I'm waiting to come back. That's the Bayley that I fell in love with. I would love to see split personality Bayley come back like Mick Foley when he was Mankind, Dude Love, and Cactus Jack. That's what I want to see. I love it. Look, female Foley. See, everyone in the comments, we locked in. We linked in. So everyone is picking Lyra. Yes, lunatic Lyra is
lunatic.
I like it. Hey, JT, I was about to tell Broken Wayne song. Yeah, but look, Josh, you and I ain't never missed on the beat when it came to a song. So you already know that, bro. Let's see. I've been saying it while she was using the Waynes. WWE could have got her over by using the song. What happened to that boy and having fed? Yo, that was
hey,
talking too much shit and got rid of that boy and little clips reference. I love it. Let's go.
Yes, JT, you have a question.
Talk to me, dog.
You think this would be the perfect time to insert Tatum Paxley? Because she was close with Lyra. And, she kind of fits Bailey's craziness too. So, because she's on the main roster call-up. She just haven't debuted yet. But what if...
Put her on the tag
that'd
team?
be a perfect way to put her in, no? Either that or just have her cause some chaos to be somebody's friend.
Everybody need a friend. Not
everybody.
Yeah, you're right about that. Some people, yeah. That would be dope. That would actually be dope if Tatum Paxley does come up like that. My only question is, if it does come up, who's gonna have Bayley's back? Is it gonna be Charlotte? Charlotte not leaving SmackDown. Becky Lynch definitely ain't up in Bayley. Mercedes Moné is signed to that contract. Bayley gonna be by herself. Okay, so either way it go, Bayley gonna catch her ass whooping. But I hope that when she does get her ass beat, it knocks back in the old school Bayley, the hugger. That's who I'm looking for. Speaking of that, let's go in and hug and spin around the block real quick. Last match that I know of that was announced, and if I am missing one, feel free to drop it in the comments. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes going up against Gunther and Sami Zayn. So obviously this is going to plant seeds for SummerSlam. It's a layup. They do this shit all the time. Question is, are we going to have shenanigans for this match where the heels go over, or is it going to be a disqualification and the faces go over?
You mean on the main event, CM Punk with Cody and versus Sami Zayn with Gunther? There's supposed to be, for me, in my opinion, I will get the Cody and CM Punk because that it still has the problems with Gunther with Nick Aldis. You know what I'm saying? And they need, hopefully, this match in SummerSlam. Nick Aldis with Gunther.
God damn it, I like the way you do business. Love it. Trev, talk to me.
Listen, I was about to say the same thing that Yes was saying. Punk and Cody are winning. I think Nick Aldis is going to show up in Madison Square Garden because of that ass whooping he took last week. If he doesn't show up on SmackDown, he'll be there in the Garden, and that's going to lead Sami Zayn by himself to take that pin, which is going to send him into a more deeper crash out than what he already has. Because pistol holding Sami Zayn is open for business, so I wouldn't doubt he's going to walk in with a bulletproof vest, armed to the T, because that man has been crashing out like nobody's business, and I'm here for it. So I got Nick Aldis as the shenanigans for that tag team match.
Okay. You got Yesenia, you got Nick Aldis inside there involved. You're saying Sammy's gonna crash out. I believe it. We all believe it. I only have one thing to ask of this whole entire ordeal, point blank, period. And it's very simple. Very simple. Okay? Sami Zayn, you are pulling up to the Garden. Okay? Let's not forget that you held that championship for 9 days. Okay? 9 whole days. That man was calling you a sucker after that. Okay? They trying to say that you ain't got no squabble. You can't fight. They trying to say you can't read good. Sami Zayn, you gotta show up in the Garden. If you show up to the Garden, you gotta show up inside the shootout jersey. You gotta show up like Montal inside above the rim. If you do not show up at the Garden like this, okay, it's a waste of time. I mean, you can leave the blicky at home. That's cool. But you got to at least have that shootout jersey at home. At least have that. Leave the blicky at home. No violence. But Roman Reigns is going to appear with Jalen Brunson. That's also going on. So moving on from that, let's talk AEW real quick. So Redemption is building up to be a nice pay-per-view. It was announced last night that Kenny Omega will be going up against Kevin at Redemption. We also got Andrade versus Mark. What's his name? Mark Andrew? Or no, Jake Doyle. One of those guys.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, my mind be slipping me on that shit. But Andrade has a almost call it a North American. Andrade has a national championship title. And this is going to be a Redemption. My big thing for this, to be quite honest, for this build-up, I know ain't no title's going to change here. Because you're going into your big event in August, which is All In. So if any title would change hand, it would probably be one of the lower mid-card titles. I can see Andrade walking out, but outside of that, I don't see any other titles changing from that event. I don't. I really don't. I think
right.
That's it. That's it for them. I honestly don't see it.
Yeah.
We also had another match that was announced for Redemption. We got Cage and Cope going up against the Death Riders of Claudio and Pac, Neville, whatever you want to call them, for the AEW Tag Team Championship match. That's happening. That's on July 26th. Kyle Fletcher is going up against Bandino for the international title. And I think I've already announced Omega and Kevin Knight. So this is shaping up to be a good one. And I'm actually pretty happy that we are getting closer to All In, because I'm going to be honest, when it comes down to it, All In was better than last year's WrestleMania. Changed my mind.
Right now, I just have zero expectation to watching the SummerSlam. At least the only match I would love to see with the Chad Gable with Penta. And if it's in the if it was possible, just Nick Aldis with Gunther. That's the only thing I can watch SummerSlam. None other than that, and not be my interest in.
Okay. What about you, Trev?
I'm interested in SummerSlam. The Seth Rollins Roman Reigns match, I'm interested in that one because they finally get to close that chapter. Because Rollins was saying that they're more closer to the end than they are at the beginning, which means they're down to probably like their last 2 years of wrestling of of their wrestling careers. So with everyone on the come up with the Braun Breakers, the Bronson Reeds, and so far the Trick Williams, like these new stars are taking the helm of WWE. So this is the perfect time more than ever to get that chapter closed because Roman needs to get that chapter over with. So I'm excited for that one. And I'm excited for Kevin Knight, man. Kevin Knight and Kenny Omega. That's going to tear the house down. That might be match of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down on that one. I was more so tripping off of Monday. Roman Reigns on the microphone.
Smoked.
Oh my God. You will always be my number 2. This is why you know. Because every time you get a title, you get injured. Your legs can't carry this company. Okay? First of all, you can't box with God. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Roman was talking nasty, disrespectful. Roman was talking to Seth the same way Ghost was talking to Councilman Tate.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ghost.
And not just Roman. Remember the promo with LA Knight and Seth Rollins? LA Knight doesn't even have left him the chance to Seth's replies him back, because everything that LA Knight said is the truth. You this, everybody get it because they love you. And by the way, like eventually, like you're a kiss ass from Triple H. So I mean. And said just that, dude, this is not for like, he's thinking like, this is not a personal, this is just a promo. But LA Knight, it's going to be like the same level. But Roman.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
He's gotten way better. He's gotten nasty.
Disrespecting. Like, Roman is Roman.
And it's dope. He didn't even have to mention Becky to burn him. He has so much in his arsenal that now this is the first time we don't hear Becky's name no more when it comes to burning Seth Rollins, because now like Roman is on another level, and his promos is so like it's how he delivers them that makes it even more crazier. It's like he's using all my stuff, which is true. How many factions has Seth Rollins had since that's trying to copy the bloodline? And he had AOP, and then he had the Vision, and then even back then when he had Buddy Murphy with them, he was trying all these factions to make it to rival what Roman's doing, and they all failed.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Did you imagine? Like, it's just me, just in my mind, Jon Moxley gonna appear in the SummerSlam with the shield like a Dean Ambrose.
If they can put their pettiness aside and work out some kind of deal to have this man show up in Minneapolis, I will lose my shit. I would never.
Me too.
I would never say anything about 20Con for the rest of the year.
Damn.
Me too. I agree.
Yeah, this line right here, when he said Triple H your work daddy, I was like, fight back.
Bam.
Yeah, you getting hella roasted right now. You getting hella roasted, and at this point you deserve it because you didn't fight back, brother. You didn't. So
take my money.
Take all my money. Take all my money. Matter of fact, you can take them $1 gold coins that they got coming out. Take all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want that. You can take that. But let's talk about it real quick. Now, listen. Hot take. If y'all seen AEW, you've seen the opening segment, you've seen the Young Bucks inside the ring, reminiscing to the same segment that they did with Kofi when he won the championship from Bryan Danielson and Daniel Bryan. Considering him winning the title, they had on similar colors. Do you think that was an Easter egg for the New Day debuting?
Damn, I didn't think of that. It could be. I mean, if it is, shout out to the AEW for throwing Easter eggs. But the New Day and AEW, it would. I mean, their tag team division is like everywhere, but at least they have a good tag team division. So adding the New Day there, with FTR when they get back, Cope and Christian, anybody from the Collaboration or anyone from the Don Callis, they got so many people they can take on. The Death Riders. I mean, we don't know what style the New Day is going to have if they do go to AEW. It might be a whole different style. So I hope you're right.
Yep,
that'd be dope.
I agree with you. So I think if the New Day go to the AEW, they're gonna reinforce the match division. The tag team match division. So we'll see. Maybe they're gone. We'll see what happens. It's the same thing that just something on my Instagram, like Kerry Sane and Uncle Howdy signs with the contract with TNA. It's just the rumors. I mean, like, we don't know yet. So, but I would love them to see it in the AEW.
Listen, Mr. Sonny Kane is back. We were just discussing a possibility of New Day showing up after the Easter egg that was laid on a Wednesday. Do you think that's happening sooner rather than later?
That depends on the promotion. I don't really have a broad thought on that at the moment. I've just been hearing about it a little bit, so I need to hear a little bit more about it before I can really deep dive into a comment.
Okay, got you on that one. Either way, it would be good. The New Day showing up in any promotion outside of WWE is good for them. Because it brings legitimacy and credibility to their product.
Hey, and I would love them to see them on the TNA too. So whatever their way goes, they're gonna have the impact to the tag team division.
No pun intended. Okay, thank you for the people who are in the super chat. That's a super chat sound. So we gotta go ahead and get them inside there. Real quick though, another side note, another hot take. Do you think AEW lands Sheamus?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Trail. You think AEW lands them? Okay. Trail, you're frozen. You can't hear.
Oh, I had it off. Sorry. No, I had it off. I was saying that I could see TNA getting them, but I would not be mad if Tony Khan finds a way to scoop them up, because he can still have bangers with Andrade over there. I mean, who wouldn't want to see him and Claudio go one more again in a match? And there's so many little championships he can go after. So I say TNA first, but it's a possibility that he could go to AEW for sure.
Okay. Sonny K, You think
It's,
he ends up Sheamus? If this is what we're talking about. Do you think AEW signs Sheamus, or does he end up elsewhere?
AEW is the bigger league after WWE, so I'm leaning toward AEW maybe at this point. I think I don't think all the leagues are on the same playing field. Like TNA, I don't think it's on the same page as AEW. So I think he's probably looking a field like he's used to in WWE currently, and probably for the paycheck too. So if it's true that the AEW guys are getting what the WWE guys are getting, if I was Sheamus, I wouldn't be looking at other leagues. I'd be wanting to go get the pay that I was used to making. So or something close.
We here on that one. Definitely here on that one. Another hot take, real quick, before we wrap it up. Speaking of wrap it up, don't be like the Street Profits. Wrap it. Okay? Don't be like the Street Profits. How both tag team champions got both of their old ladies pregnant at the same time is beyond me. But wrap it up. Speaking of wrapping it up, we get ready to take this thing on home in a second. Let's talk about it real quick on the note side. If this makeshift computer wants to work today. On the note side of things, NXT. Last thing, Heatwave is building up. Kendall Gray, of course, is NXT champion. Tony D and Karu are scheduled for a street fight next week. Inside of NXT, we also had Nikki Blackheart debut. I forgot what she's going by.
Yeah, I don't like this new name they gave it to her because it's make her kill her aura as a wrestler. I don't know if I'm gonna explain. I mean, I prefer to let her to use her own name, Nikki Blackheart.
Yeah.
So, but the Reina Volcan, that is
She picked that name. She did that herself.
Wow.
It's a personal name. I forgot the reason behind it. It was something sentimental.
And even by the way, if I don't remember, I don't know whether it was in an interview or in a clip she posted. That's something that her mom says to her when she was a little kid. I don't remember, but maybe she gonna use that name. But yeah, I think I got a great expectations with how she's going in the NXT. So wow, whoever who doesn't see her wrestler in Mucha Lucha Atlanta, so they need to watch her on her match on Mucha Lucha. So still might be a little comfortable, but if that's her choice, I will be okay. So I would love to see her anyways in the NXT.
Okay. Loving that. Is it just me, or does it feel like NXT has lost a lot of its flair? And I think a lot of that had to do with calling up too many people around the same time. But how do we get NXT back to how it was feeling before all these call-ups? Because NXT was must-see TV every Tuesday, and now it kind of feels like NXT 2.0. That's just my feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't feel like the NXT before Over got called up.
They need to elevate the talent for someone they evolve, and cause right now Kendall Grace, wow, I don't see Kendall Grace one more year than the NXT because this girl, oh, she's going fast. And I'm not gonna be surprised if I see her debuting on Royal Rumble next year.
Okay. Mr. Kane, how do we get NXT back to having that flair that it had just last year before we got called up?
I think they're trying to do a job of that now. I think they have elevated their overall show appearance week to week. They're trying to make it more sporty-like and fan interaction. They're bringing in new talent. The problem is right now they're bringing in so much new talent, we don't have a chance to get to know them yet. Mm-hmm. And they're saying this is a star from, I don't know, I'll just throw this out there. This is a star from TNA. This is a person from Japan, and they're big stars over there. Well, not everyone watches 5 shows a week like I do to do these podcasts, so they might not know that. And here you are saying that this guy has all this heat, and they've not had time to tell the story yet. So I think what we do is we gear down a little bit and we go back to better storytelling along with a better show production. And I think Shawn Michaels is doing a fantastic job there of trying to draw people into watching NXT, because I remember a year and a half ago when I was on Gerald Bentley's show, the show I just left and came back from, I was telling everyone to watch NXT. And from Gerald Bentley's show to Ring Takes to here, it's still the show to watch, because that's where your tomorrow wrestlers come from predominantly to go to the big show. And I'd like to say one thing about the name changing and the value of not changing your name so often. Now, I went through 3 different names, and I won't get into all of them now, now for the interest of time, but I kept my final name since 1995, Sonny the Man Eagle Kane. And Wahoo McDaniels told me, Chief Wahoo McDaniels, the legend, told me years ago, before he died, of course, try and keep your same name. So I knew Ric Flair personally, and I knew Ricky Steamboat. So what I would do is I would go Sonny, whatever I was doing at the moment, inject that in the middle of my name and put Kane at the end. Mm-hmm. To the point that when WWF came knocking on my door, and I was 24 years old in 1994, believe it or not, they wanted me to be the Green Dot. I said, well, can I be Sonny the Green Dot Kane? And Kane, they said no. And I said, what? As a result of that. So, because back then we didn't have the internet. So there was no way for fanfare to keep up with me, to know who I was, and they were going to relocate me to Florida and do all kinds of things to me. I said, no, you're not. I said, come back to me when you're serious. And anyway, it's funny because now I got my man Luca here, and we could be in front of them again all these years later talking. But anyway, the value of keeping your same name is you draw heat with it, and it hypes you up. Don't think that Mike Santana ain't going to be Mike Santana no matter where he goes. I mean, even if they were to give him a different name, people would still be yelling Santana when he'd walk out into the ring. And that's what you want. So I think NXT's trying, and I think the product needed to be redone so much so, JT, that, and I'm rambling a minute, but so much so that when Shawn got in there and saw with AJ Styles what needed to be done, that they did it a hair too fast, and maybe they need to gear back down now and get into better storytelling. And I think that's what the fan longs for in today's wrestling. So that's my 2 cents.
Putting the 2 cents in, and it counts.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hope you don't like that, but that's how I feel about that. So it's a good product. Keep turning it.
No, you gotta say how you feel. So real quick, SummerSlam is around the corner, and then we're gonna get into let's get into TNA real quick, and then we'll close it with SummerSlam. So TNA last week was amazing. We saw the formation of the youngest in charge, and also Ricky Sosa together as a tag team. Bang Bang, Sosa. And once again, shout out to Dazzle Mania. Shout out to the homegirl Marmar, who's been working on these wrestlers years. If you've been watching TNA for the past 2 weeks, those jackets that you see Ricky Sosa wear to the ring, that was her work. So if you want some attire done, go to Dazzle Mania on IG. Reach out to her. She's done Trey Miguel. She's done Trey Miguel, Ricky Sosa, a few other people. Make sure you reach out. Go ahead and do what you can. But seeing these two together and seeing the week prior where Ricky Sosa was the guy that everybody wanted to be, do you think they are pushing Ricky Sosa into a position too fast, or do you think it's perfect timing? Because he did beat Eric Young, which is pretty much the gatekeeper at this point, or at that point of TNA. So do you think them pushing him into the main event of TNA, do you think it's too soon, or do you think it's the right time to do it? And I'll go ahead and start off with Xenia. Go ahead.
I don't know what to say. I mean, like, to me, it's the perfect time right now, but like, when? No. I mean, like, I don't know. I just have hassle a lot of things on what I think about this.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Sonny. Do you think pushing Ricky Sosa into the main event right now, is it too soon, or is it the right time?
I think it could be the right time. I think sometimes you got to position yourself to be ready when you're called. And if they're calling on him, I think he'll continue to sharpen his skills as he progresses. Sometimes you can hold a person back too long. I'm seeing that in the NXT a little bit, where guys are ready to go and they're not letting them progress to the main roster just yet because they don't have anybody to take their place. So when corporate says it's time to go, it's time to go. I mean, you can't just say, "No, wait a minute." I need more time here. So it's as real a job as going to work 9 to 5. So if you say no, it could be career ending. So I think for him it's the right time.
Okay. True.
Yeah, TNA is doing a good job with Ricky Sosa. Let's face it, like there's some of the names. You just lost Mike Santana. So that was their big star. Nick Namath, you're not gonna have the title. You ain't gonna keep putting the title on him. And Kazarian, I mean, he had his 15 minutes as champion, and that's it. Eric Young is gone, so they also need to start building stars, because you still, with that partnership with OVW as their developmental brand, they're already gonna start bringing in people anyway. So why not? Ricky Sosa's career has preceded him. People know of him. It's not like he's just someone a homegrown talent. If he has the skill and he draws the crowd, take advantage of it. Don't over push him, because there's been cases where you can over push him, get it oversaturated.
And that's my afraid with Ricky Sosa right now. I'm afraid to push him, eventually so fast, and then I putting them back on the, turn it off for a long time. I mean, like, I don't want it. I would love to, don't want it.
Like John said, have him lead the X Division. Have him and these two, they're partners now, but why not have a feud with those two? Give us a series of matches with those guys. Have them tear the house down. Have them steal the show, so to speak. So have them tag team champions. Like, you can still slowly push him without thrusting him into the main title picture. That I would at least wait until till 2027 or maybe more towards the end of 2026, depending on how good he gets. But just push him in the mid card seat. Make him the main focal point of that mid card division.
Yeah.
I sort of think we're past that at this point, but maybe not.
Maybe. I mean, if you got lightning in the bottle, don't be like, other companies that just sit on it for a while. Just
That's right.
See it, just go. See how it goes.
Sit on it.
There you go.
No, you said sit on it, and I was watching Family Feud clips earlier. one of the answers was sit on it, so every time I hear the word sit on it now, I hear Steve Harvey's voice in my head, like, let me see sit on it. It was actually up there, but mad wow. Sit on it can mean a lot of things. It really could. This bracket for the Knockouts TV title, inaugural champion, is looking phenomenal. Can't wait to see what happens there. Next month is TNA Lockdown in Chicago. Hope to see you all there. TNA is on the up and up. This Dark Side of the Ring documentary really had TNA's name trending. If there's one thing that you could bring back from the old TNA, what would it be? I'll start off with you singing, then we'll go to Trail, then Sunny.
The classic ring that the TNA started.
Okay. Six-sided ring. Sunny.
I like it. You and I talked about this before we went on there a little bit, and even after we were on there, I think it's a stab at telling the story of the darker side of the ring. My book's going to deep dive a little bit more into it once I write it out. I turned it down to 24, Professional Wrestling Drill is what I'm calling it. And, they're not going to tell you everything you want to know on TV. They're going to protect the sport some. So they're all these documentary wannabes, as I call them, are going to come up a tad short because it's protected the business. But it's up to you to pick your favorite ones. Like I like Unreal better than I like the Dark Side of the Ring because Unreal's more into it. This is what we have. This is what's going on. But I think the Dark Side of the Ring is a real attempt to tell the darker side of the business of what the wrestlers go through, their ups or downs. And China's book was based on that sort of a Dark Side of the Ring book. And it's nice that these stories are being told now. Nobody likes to talk about Chris Benoit's tragedy and things like that, and how they came into being. And if the fanfare wants the Dark Side of the Ring to continue, it could go to places like that and tell those stories too. So it's just going to give you sort of a preview of the show in the first 2 or 3 episodes. So
absolutely, but if there's one thing that you could back from the old TNA to current TNA, what would it be?
I would bring back the King of the Mountain.
The King of the Mountain.
I missed that concept, and now since the knockouts are in the forefront, you'd also turn into the Queen of the Mountain as well. I love that match, those type of matches. Of course, it was Jeff Jarrett's specialty, but I wouldn't mind having that back in this day and age. And if possible, I missed the tunnel entrances.
Yeah, AEW kind of took that and ran with it.
And they don't do it no more either.
Yeah. I personally, there's one thing that I can bring back from the old TNA. I mean, you already hit it on the head with the 6-sided ring, so I'm not going to take your answer on that one. But bring back Mike Tenay. Bring back Tenay on
Iron Mike.
That's who I want. Bring back Mike Tenay. We can't bring back Dunn West, rest in peace. But we can at least bring back, we could bring back Mike Tenay. And you know what else you could bring back to commentary? Bring back the Pope. D'Angelo.
Bring him back. He was good. I like
because I love this character with the money falling
him
from
as
the
a
sky.
talent.
Like,
Take my money again,
Yeah.
though.
yeah,
Yeah.
take my money. Speaking of big money,
Yeah.
SummerSlam, we got two main events, night one, night two. Of course, we have Cody versus CM Punk, and we have Roman versus Seth Rollins. We talked about it, alluded to it a little bit earlier inside the show. Which match is going to steal that weekend? I know we're predicting early, but if you have to look off of face value, if you're just looking at for namesake storyline, which one is going to overtake that weekend in Minneapolis? It doesn't matter. It's open for him. Whoever wants to open that answer.
I was
For me,
wondering-
it's Roman and Seth. Oh, for me, it's Roman and Seth because that's 12 years, long overdue. So that story is more captivating than what Cody and
Yeah.
Punk got going. So I think that one would be the one that people are gonna be talking about the most.
Okay. Do you feel the same way, Sonny?
I do. I like Cody and Punk. Cody's a draw no matter where he goes or how long he sits out. And he's proven to me he's not just Dusty Rhodes' son. Never haven't had the privilege to meet Cody Rhodes yet. Met Dustin a couple of times. But Cody's going to be there a long while. I think he can forget retiring at 40 or 41 like he wanted to. So I think by popular demand, the fans are going to keep him in there a few years more.
Well, I take it's obviously long story time telling Seth and with Roman. That's simple.
Long-term story telling. Long story tell.
Yeah.
Story.
Yes.
So if I had to pick one, I think it's Roman and Seth. Obviously, there's too much invest into the story. I mean, they got archives. They could really build this up like they used to build up the vignettes back in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression. They could really do something with it if they wanted to. But it's just too much history there, not for that to be the match to steal the weekend. But one person may not even make it to the weekend because he was too busy being the police officers. That's Obafemi. Obafemi should be arrested. He should be locked the fuck up because assault on Leo, that's a felony. All right. I only know these things because I know these things. But that's a felony. And not only did he hit one, he hit all of them. Through one
Right.
clear open lane.
And they're not going to do anything to him. So, I mean, what kind of role model is that for the younger viewers? That's my stance on it. I don't get it.
Not a good role model because you just made it okay to beat up the police, so you want to have kids swinging on cops. So that's hey, ain't that America? No, but
Yeah, right.
With that being said, man, it's been a wild one today. Thank y'all for rolling with us, tapping in, all that good stuff. Before we get up out of here, let me go ahead and give the gracious people who showed up right now in the clutch to make sure that this show went ahead and went on tonight. Thank y'all for holding it down for Cheech and JoJo, who both of them not feeling too well. Wishing them speedy recovery. But real quick before we get up out of here, let's go to start from Sonny Kane. Tell people where they can follow you at.
People can follow me at The Son of Kane on X. People can follow me at The Son of Kane on Instagram. People can follow me at Dennis Ray Kane, Sonny Kane on Facebook. I'm verified on all social media platforms.
Okay. Let's go ahead and go with Yesenia.
Well, you guys can find me on Facebook as and Instagram has the Yesenia's thing. Also, don't forget to go to the reviews on the Royal Wrestling Podcast Instagram and also follow me at the El Gallinero On Instagram.
And of course, the All Father,
The
the
OTC.
OTC, most busiest man in podcasting. Next to Sonny Kane, that is.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at money_ice, or you can follow Fat4, aka Sports for You Wrestling, on TikTok, IG, and Twitter at S4U Wrestling. We are on every Wednesday night for our Sport for You Wrestling podcast. And of course, we have our Monday Night Raw watch alongs. On Monday, you can ask JT because sometimes on Mondays it do get a little chaotic in a good way, of course. So, shout out, Nessa, John, JoJo. We got a great team over there. We look out for one another like a true family. And just follow us, and you won't be disappointed, that's for sure. If you come for the chaos, you're going to find the right place.
Yeah, it's a lot of chaos over there. And sometimes it's not PG. So if you're looking for a PG program, that's not the one for you. It's not at all. But if you're looking for the red, that's where it's at. Make sure you tune in with the family over there. Make sure you follow all these great people. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, tell a friend. That we told a friend that y'all pull up on us every Thursday, 45. Sorry about the late for today, but y'all be good. Y'all be easy. Listen, we love y'all, and listen, be safe. Love on your people. Be true to yourself, and also touch grass. Go touch grass. Literally. It's literally out there. It's free. Go outside, touch grass, get some air. Disconnect from the rest of the world and go do that. But on that note, we love y'all. Y'all be safe, and we'll go ahead and have Michael Jackson close us out as he has been doing for the past few weeks. Love, yeah. Oh, be safe.
Did he? Oh. Let me see.